welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. Today we are going over the 2023 Olive Young Awards. Think of it like the Allure Best of Beauty but for K-beauty, because Olive Young is essentially Korea's Sephora, but I feel like a little bit more because they got skincare, makeup, even snacks. They sell K-pop albums on there as well, just literally everything. And they do have a global site that you can shop through, so if you're not in Korea physically to shop at their stores, you can shop it online. And they just came out with their Best of Beauty Awards, you could say, for 2023 last year, and I want to try some of the products out. Actually, a lot of these products I already had in my collection, but some of them I haven't used yet, so today's video is going to be more of like a tutorial style review where I try on the products and give you my thoughts as I'm trying it on. So with that being said, if you guys want to know my thoughts on some Olive Young best sellers, then please continue watching. Starting off with skincare, we're gonna go in with the Second Place toner pad. This is the Abib Heart Leaf Spot Pad Calming Touch. I love the green packaging. I actually got sent this from Olive Young. I think it was in like my welcome package or something like that. And this was one of the first toner pads that I used. I think before this one I've only used the Unleashia toner pad. So it does come with a little tong, and this is what the toner pad looks like. I actually took this one with me to Japan because at the time that was the only toner pad I really had. And fast forward to now, I have about like maybe 12 different toner pads in my collection because I'm gonna be doing a review on all the toner pads, comparing and ranking them. So now that I know more about toner pads, I kind of figured out which ones I like more. I would say that this one wouldn't be in my top, maybe it would be in my top 5, but I wouldn't say top 3 because I like a toner pad when the pad is a bit more thinner and a bit bigger. This one is a bit small, but you can see there's like little lines on it, so it's a little bit textured, so that can also help with exfoliation. But I definitely see why this is second place because I think this was one of the first toner pads to really go viral. And it's really nice, like very calming. I love a good toner pad because you can leave it on and it feels like a little sheet mask in the morning without having to put like a full sheet mask on, so that's really nice. And it's just so calming and so refreshing. Like this is something I need in the morning. And yeah, like I said, that this is a little bit textured, so it does have some kind of like exfoliation aspects to it as well. And then next up we have the First Place toner. It's from Round Lab. It's their 1025 Dokdu toner, and I've seen this everywhere. I can see why this was #1. I actually purchased this myself because I saw a YouTuber, I think she like made her own toner pads with this specific toner. And this was like before toner pads was like super popular, but I actually just started using this yesterday just to like prep for today's video, and it feels really good on the skin. I mean, I love a good hydrating toner, like that feels really good on the skin. Then for serum, I have the Third Place serum. This is the Torridin Dive In Low Molecule Hyaluronic Acid Serum. I'm actually surprised that this is third place because I feel like everyone has been raving about this serum, and I've actually had it for a while now and I haven't used it yet. I feel like there's just been so many skincare products that has gone viral that I'm trying to give them all a fair shot and not just use them for like a few weeks. I want to try them for a longer period, so I think this video was like my sign to start using this serum. And I actually used it last night, and I can say instantly it feels super hydrating. It's like a lighter serum for sure, so if you want to wear it in the morning you definitely can because it feels like water. I have other serums that definitely feel a bit more thicker or more heavy, but this will absorb into the skin really well, and I feel like my skin automatically already looks so hydrated. And next up I have the First Place cream. This is from Dr. G. It's the Red Blemish Clear Soothing Cream. I've actually never heard of Dr. G before, nor have I ever seen this cream or anybody talk about it. I actually got this in the Style Korean advent calendar, and this is what it looks like inside. It comes with a little spatula as well. So I used this last night for the first time, and it's like a nice gel texture. So again, this is something you could use during the morning. It's not too heavy, and it almost feels like snail mucin on the skin, but it's not. Like, it's not sticky or anything, but that thickness, that creamy sort of jelly kind of texture, because it does feel a little bit slimy, but my skin is looking pretty good, right? And then to seal all that in, of course, we gotta go in with SPF, and I have the #1 SPF. This is also from Around Lab as well. It's their Birch Juice Moisturizing Sun Cream, SPF 50+, PA+++++. And again, this is a product that I can totally see why it came first, because I feel like the Round Lab sunscreen and also the Beauty of Joseon sunscreen were probably the two that kind of was like pretty popular, you could say, or viral. But I think Beauty of Joseon is more popular worldwide, like globally, and then the Round Lab one is like actually popular in Korea. And I've used a Round Lab sunscreen before, but it wasn't in this packaging. It was still blue, but it was like a more like flatter and wider packaging. I don't know if it's like a different size, but when I did use it, I did enjoy it. Yeah, I mean, that blends in pretty nicely. Like, all I want my sunscreen is to like feel like moisturized. And in the beginning, I really did like the Beauty of Joseon sunscreen, but the more I used it, the more I realized my foundation would actually be peeling every time I use that sunscreen, so it's actually not my favorite anymore. I mean, this one, it does blend in nicely, but I feel like it does still give me sort of like a whitish tinge to my face, which isn't really a bad thing because that could help with brightening. And I don't know if it's like the moisturizer I use from Dr. G, but this is like very glowy. Like, this is glass skin, I feel, right guys? Like, this is glassy. Now we're moving along into the makeup, and the first one we're gonna use is actually a makeup tool, and this again, 100% I can see why it came first place. It's the Picasso makeup spatula. I'm sure you have seen this. This again also did go viral, but it's actually really, really good, and I use this every day, part of my makeup routine. So today I'm going to be using the Unleashia Healthy Green Cushion, What's New. But what I like to do is take some of the foundation on the back of my hand, and then I'll use the spatula, and then you just glide it onto your skin. And I feel like this just gives you the most thin amount of product, and you're not wasting anything as well. And then I'll just go in with my sponge. You could go in with a brush, but I always prefer a sponge to blend that all in. Maybe some people think this is a gimmick. Personally, for me, it is not. I actually use this part of my makeup routine. I will say though, if you are gonna bring the spatula overseas, I did bring it with me to Japan. On my way there from Auckland to Tokyo, I did get stopped at what is it called? Customs. They just like looked through my bag and they were like, oh, okay, it's nothing. But when I was coming back from Tokyo to Auckland, I didn't get stopped. So I guess maybe it depends, I don't know. But then onto base makeup. Technically there are 4 places, so first, second, third, and there's a special Olive Young pick, and this one is Olive Young's pick. And I actually love this concealer pot, and I actually mentioned it in my 2023 favorites. It's from the brand The Same. It's their Cover Perfection Triple Pot Concealer. It comes with 3 different cream concealers. You have one that's like a skin tone color, one that's a bit more peachy, and then you have the green to sort of correct any redness, like I have this pimple here. But what I like to use is a mixture of the skin tone color and the peachy color, and I'll use it on a brush, and I'll literally just start painting it on and dabbing it on underneath my eyes. And the coverage on this is literally insane. I feel like this concealer is probably the best one I've used so far to actually cover up my dark circles, because even my favorite Too Faced concealer cannot do this. And what I love about this is that it's so full coverage, but it does not look heavy at all because it is a cream pot and you are using a brush. You're painting on such a thin layer. If I look down, darkness in the hollow, but here, I mean, it's not 100% gone. I think that's like on me, like technique wise. Then I'll just go in with a little bit of the green. Let's see. I think the green just sort of like neutralizes the redness. I mean, I'm not the best at color correcting, so I don't know how much that did. Alright, so I did do a lot off camera just because I didn't have any products for these categories, but we are gonna move into best color makeup, and this is actually Olive Young's pick. It's the Lily by Red Mood Keyboard Eyeshadow Palette in number 4 Cool Membership. And I got this scent from YESSTYLE last year, and I would say this is a really cute palette. Like, it's a lot of nice pinks, and my guess the reason why Olive Young would have picked this is probably because it was a bestseller. This was another product that I saw all over TikTok just because of its cute packaging. It looks like little keyboards and the whole concept of it. So I'm gonna take a mixture of these two shades here. I want to go for something a little bit more neutral, and personally for me, this palette I would say is just okay. Like, the eyeshadows are, you know, they're not super pigmented off the bat, but you definitely can build it up, which is nice, but they just feel very chalky. Like, they're not really buttery at all. Don't get me wrong, they're easy to blend, but it's definitely not my favorite eyeshadow formula. Like, I feel like it's just lacking something. Like, it's lacking that impact. I'm gonna take those two same shadows onto my lower lash line. Then I'm gonna take the darkest brown and I'm just gonna use that to slightly deepen out the outer corner. Then I'm gonna be taking this shimmer shadow, but guys, like, these metallics, I don't know what it is. There's just no pigment to them and they're so flaky. Like, that is not smooth at all. Like, these, I don't know. Like, I mean, you definitely can see it. Like, there's a little shimmer and glimmer, but it's very, very subtle. And if you're looking for something that is very, very subtle, then by all means, it is a really pretty palette. I think the colors are really pretty. I think the formula is just like, it needs that extra oomph. And then for the next product, this was in the best eye makeup, and this again was Olive Young's pick. It's the Too Cool for School Art Class Frottage Pencil. I have mine in Shining Linen, and I literally dropped it and it like snapped off, and I don't have a sharpener that's like this big, so I'm just gonna try and use what I can. I'm gonna use this on my under eyes here. You can see it's very reflective, like it's gonna highlight your egg cell. But what I like about it, because it's almost like a wooden lip pencil, so you can actually rub it off really easily. Like this, so it's not so overly dramatic. And I got this in my YESSTYLE advent calendar, and ever since I got it, I've been really enjoying it. I just need to get a sharpener for it now, but it does a really great job of just like highlighting the under eye bag. I'm even gonna take it into my inner corner as well. Like, it's very reflective. It's just like a really dry formula, which is interesting, and I just don't like how it's so chubby. I wish it was like a skinnier pencil, then I would have loved it even more. But I mean, the formula, it's very subtle. Like, it's very reflective without being metallic. It's like a satin reflective. It just really pops it out. And finally, onto the last makeup category. This is for lip makeup, and this was first place. It's the rom&nd Juicy Lasting Tint, specifically the shade number 25 Bare Grape, but I don't have that shade. I only have shade 18, which is definitely much more warmer, but you know, same formula. Thought, you know, we could still include it in the video. My lips soak in this product pretty quickly, but that's a really pretty shade. Very comfortable formula. I wish it would just keep it shine for a bit longer though. But I mean, rom&nd being number one, in the lip category, I'm not surprised. I mean, that's really pretty. I don't think it's gonna be like my favorite lip formula, but I mean, it is really pretty. But alright guys, that essentially does conclude today's video. What did you think of the Olive Young Awards? Were some of them expected? Was some of them unexpected? I would love to know your thoughts down below, but I think for me, it was a really nice way to try products that I've heard so many good things about. Some of them I've already used, already loved, but overall, I think this award makes so much sense because I feel like 99% of the products you probably have seen gone viral. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Thank you so much for watching as always. I love you so much and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!